2001. No, it was 2002 because the
I'm terrible
club.
at years.
The what club?
The quarterback club was like 2000. It was like 2001 quarterback club. It was like only for GameCube.
You got me, man.
I
I remember it had Favre on the cover. Favre, I think
Yeah,
Favre
it was
on the
Brett
disc.
Favre. And I think Tom Brady was on like the second one, like after he won the Super Bowl, and it was a terrible fucking football game, but it was only for the GameCube. Oh man,
That's all
research that shit, dude. You know what's funny though? Like,
It came out in 2002.
Don't research that. It's not worth your data.
Well, it came out 2001 in
I told you.
Japan. Or 2002 for like.
That's even fucking
Australia,
weirder
all that
that like they in Japan that came out that a fucking football game comes out.
Well,
in
they
Japan
didn't give a
for
shit
NFL.
about football in Japan. They don't even have sports. They
Yeah.
have like esports. That is their sport now.
Okay, so you have 4 generations of consoles. You have fucking 15 years of gaming where Nintendo has just been a gimmick for 15 years straight. You have a GameCube that's a fucking cube, like you said, with a small disc and has a fucking handle. You have the Wii, which is to go ahead and try to get fat asses up off their ass and actually be active. Like, oh, I could act like I'm bowling. Whenever I could actually go ahead and spend the $4 be in a social environment and actually fucking bowl.
You think that was marketing to Americans?
No.
Do you think they were?
I don't know.
trying to
Was
get
it?
Americans?
I don't think it was marketing for anybody.
Was the console region locked?
The
Wii?
Yeah.
I think most of the Nintendo consoles were region locked.
The Wii was marketed towards old people and little kids.
And
That's what it really was.
And the fucked up thing was, little kids didn't even fucking want it.
They didn't.
They didn't want. They
play
wanted
Call
to play
of Duty with their boys.
Like, exactly.
And then when they did put Call of Duty on there, it was the worst rendition of
Yeah.
that game they could have.
What was it? It was a Call of Duty 3.
War was on there.
War was on it, and you had to fucking aim with one of the fucking nunchucks, or whatever, and you had to pull the fucking
other one.
you had to like pull the fucking trigger with the other fucking controller.
Yeah, but
and
then
you're,
when
like,
you pull your
aiming at
finger,
them.
it would jerk it.
Yeah, so
shoot
you're
the
fucking.
sky.
And then you have the
Oh,
Wii
man.
U.
And how many
which-
people actually own that on the Wii? So
No,
like
I don't know
matchmaking,
anybody.
I have Randy Lowe owned it.
Look,
matchmaking
our
would have
friend
had to
Randy
have
Lowe
taken
owned it.
3 months. You probably had to start it, go to work for a few days, and then your match booted up.
I have 2 games for the fucking Wii: Smash Brothers.
And probably Wii Sports.
No.
The
game that actually came, mine's actually came with the fucking Super Mario Brothers.
Oh, so 2 fucking Mario titles.
yeah.
Go figure. You own 2 Mario titles on a fucking Nintendo
And that's it.
console.
And that's all I had. And I was like, wow, this is very fucking
I don't know if you
disappointing.
consider Super Smash Bros. A Mario title.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's an everything.
You have
Yeah,
to.
there's no way
'Cause
it's
who's
a
a-
Mario.
I consider it a Mario
I
title.
consider it a Mario
way
game.
to look at it.
I
don't think Mario's like one of the most picked players or anything. Like,
Yeah, but he's always on the cover, like
Well,
nigga,
all
I'm the
characters
main
are on the
character.
cover,
Like,
but
I'm,
he's
yeah,
in
but he's
the
always the front.
forefront.
They do it in
Yeah.
the front, like.
Okay.
Well, because when you have a mom and dad,
Like,
who
look at
are-
my jumper.
they're pandering, you gotta remember they're pandering to families. They still don't even consider themselves a gaming system. They consider it a toy.
It is a
still.
toy.
It's
Well,
a toy
Nintendo
company.
is a
It's a
toy
toy
company.
company. They're not an actual game.
So they're like, I want to sell this, market this to families. What's something they recognize as like a family-friendly title? Mario. So they just smash his face on the front.
Okay, if you don't think it's a Mario title, look at it like this. You have fucking Mario, Luigi, you have, I think Wario was in one of the Smashes.
Bowser was,
Bowser was in another one. You have Peach.
I think Bowser was like the fucking goddamn villain in like 2 of them, I believe.
Yeah, so like, who is he a villain in? In every fucking Mario title.
Yeah, but then you still had like Ike and that one kid with a baseball bat.
You have all the
Kid
Nintendo
Icarus,
characters.
you have Donkey
You
Kong.
do. You have all the Nintendo characters,
Yep.
but like it's a lot of Nintendo characters that a lot of people can't readily identify.
Did they have Snake in there? Yeah, they had
Yes,
Solid
Snake was in there because
Yeah.
of Metal Gear Solid was a GameCube title,
Yeah, Twin
which
Snakes.
was really fucking
was
weird.
it Twin Snakes? That was
That's
a,
the one.
that was
Twin
GameCube
Snakes, yeah.
he was
exclusive.
actually decent on there for real though.
He is.
It was just an
Yeah.
updated Metal Gear Solid, but that's cool. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
How you gonna have a Smash game and go ahead and have the motherfuckers from Ice Climbers in it?
How the fuck you gonna have
Why
Sonic?
not?
How
Well,
the hell
no
you
kid's gonna
have
recognize
like,
that shit.
Yeah, but you can still pick them.
I always pick the fucking Ice Climber. They're
as
just
cool
sweet.
as Sonic is, like that was one of the biggest slap in the face to say Sega fans
Oh
because
my
it's like, God damn it, dog, like. Fucking Sonic the Hedgehog on a Nintendo fucking platform
I forgot
and Smash
about
Brothers,
that.
and he could go fucking Super Sonic, and he's like one of the best characters on the game, and it's like, God damn, dude.
You shoot back and
Nintendow's
forth across
been-
the
They
map.
had Pac-Man too, didn't they?
Yeah,
Was
they
Pac-Man
had-
on
they
there?
had Pac-Man
I'm pretty
on
sure.
there.
Yeah, Pac-Man.
Bro,
was
He
on
had
there.
the dumbest superpower too. I don't even remember what it was, but I just remember it was stupid as shit. That's all I
Dude,
remember.
like,
Motherfucker
he
ate.
came out of everything.
No,
ate the
wasn't
fucking
it? He
characters.
just got big and like went across the
I think
screen.
he-
I
yeah.
swear to God, that was it.
It doesn't
He
even
just
matter.
got huge.
It didn't even matter because fucking Kirby trumps fucking every character on the game.
Yeah, you just eat somebody. Like if you,
Kirby is every character.
Yeah,
in the
he's
game.
fucking Ditto from Pokemon.
if you were Kirby and your enemy
Oh,
had
don't forget get
one
Pikachu in
life.
every Smash
Yeah,
game.
Pikachu's in every Smash Brother, and he's fucking cheating because he fucking zaps himself back onto the. Actually, all them fucking characters are fucking cheating when you think about it, because they all have the same fucking button layout.
They all have mad amounts of cheese. Like I said, Kirby. If your enemy had one life and you had two, just eat the motherfucker and jump off the side of the map.
Yeah, and then you could fly, but you could fly back up. That was fucked up about
Flew
Kirby.
like 10 times.
That game was really unfucking balanced when you think about it.
Yeah,
By the
no,
way,
you had like a specific character group that you'd pick if you wanted to do well. Otherwise, you were just screwing off.
Okay,
We are live.
So,
So,
another gimmick. You have the
Kenny
Wii U.
doesn't care.
he doesn't care.
He doesn't give a fuck.
I don't give a shit. No. The
Since
Wii,
Kenny's talking, he can start his intro. So, what's up? We got Kenny over here.
how you guys doing? We have Lex.
We got Lex.
Originality points.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm not trying to be anything special here. It's
Oh, you're special.
You know.
Mr. PR Prince himself, Lex.
Yeah, the PR Prince, aka Niga.
There you go. There you go. We
God.
got Mitch in the house.
Hi.
that is the most optimistic you will ever
Here, fucking Mitch.
hear, Mitch. Yeah, that's
Oh,
it. That's
God.
as optimistic as it's gonna get.
Feigned optimism so people don't think I'm trying to kill myself. It's cool.
Oh god.
Well, it's gonna be
And we're gonna have a
Remaster
fucking sketch about that.
podcast.
We're gonna have a sketch about that. Ironically,
And I myself.
I still want to do that sketch. By the way, that fucking I'm overly optimistic, which I'm not in real life.
We have the man that helped make this all happen. We have Dell over here.
I'm the
Yeah, the
host,
fucking
Dell,
technician himself.
Mr. 8 Strings.
And this is a podcast about the Nintendo bitch.
Yes.
Here we go.
And we're gonna bitch about the Nintendo.
We're gonna
bits.
bitch about the Nintendo bitch because of all the fucking. Okay, I see a lot of Nintendo fans coming back with the goddamn the comeback with, oh, Sony and Microsoft all had problems too, but yeah, they weren't actual hardware problems. They were software problems or something going wrong with the power supply, not the fucking screen not working and digitally making weird alien noises that nobody could readily
The
identify.
power supply is a hardware problem.
It is a hardware problem.
And that's
but
a fucking bad
it's a
hardware
bad
problem to
problem.
have.
yeah,
man.
but with Nintendo
But-
Switch, the entire console is the fucking
It's
screen.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's the fucking screen. Like, and
And
for
that's the thing. They're trying to play this shit off as like it's minor stuff. These are huge problems.
and for something so underpowered to have this many issues,
There's no
it's-
excuse. In 2017,
bro.
this is a console that could have came out like 10 fucking years ago.
Oh man.
When they made a tablet.
Well,
yeah,
Yeah.
it's tablets have been in the Surface for how long?
Yeah, and they didn't need buttons on it either.
It's not new technology, and Nintendo found a way to fuck it up. And let's not even just say fuck it up, but like not giving a fuck that they fucked it up.
They straight up said, people are like, hey, Nintendo, I have dead pixels all over my screen. It looked like someone just beat my screen up. Nintendo's actual official response was,
Please understand.
Actually, it's funny that you said that this.
they said that it wasn't anything to do with them. They said, oh, well, it's an LED screen. That's an LED screen problem, not a Nintendo issue.
It's funny that you said that this hardware could have came out 10 years ago. When actually, I'm pretty sure that my fucking DS from like 2004 could actually play fucking Shovel Knight, which is the fucking launch title
No
for
fucking
this
problems.
console. And my DS, I'm pretty sure I could open it right now and it would fucking work.
Yeah, and that goes to show you how much Nintendo actually cares about anything at this point in time.
Well, no, they don't care about third-party shit.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
throw that in
They
there.
haven't. They've never cared about third parties.
So what you mean, like Americans are third party to Nintendo now? So we
yeah.
give a shit about whether or not we got
Europe
it?
as well.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta think about that shit, man. Like,
They
so
look
Kenny, oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, they look at Skyrim remasters as like this new thing that came out. Like, holy shit!
like we get to play Skyrim on the
If
go.
you
And
win,
everybody was going nuts over that shit.
if
too.
you win E3 based off of a game that released like fucking 8 years prior on stronger consoles,
Not to mention again in 2016. Let's just put that out
Yeah.
there too.
I swear that's how bad gaming is right
Yes,
now.
what does that say about the industry? If that is the thing that gets everybody fucking
Hype.
coming in their pants, like what the fuck are you
Yeah,
talking about?
bro. I bought that shit from fucking Xbox One and I haven't touched it. I touched it maybe 3 or 4 times because I fucking destroyed it on Xbox 360.
because people who own other consoles and who don't suck Nintendo's dick have probably already played it on
Yeah.
every other fucking
Yeah,
console.
every
Which,
platform
that's not to say anything about
possible.
the game.
Zelda.
The game is
Oh.
awesome.
Oh, fucking.
We played it
Zelda.
Yeah, fucking Zelda, the fucking Skyrim clone that has less options. Let's fucking talk about
Yeah,
Zelda
let's
that
get
everybody's
these,
fucking
these
circle
titles
jerking.
here. So
Zelda.
First up,
Oh, wait,
Zelda.
that was Sonic.
That's Sega, which Sega's getting fucked up the ass by Nintendo, so that's great.
first up is Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. First of all, this game is not an exclusive. You can play this on the Wii U
for way cheaper.
way cheaper, and it actually runs better according to a lot of reports.
It's bad when you can run something better on the Wii U.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
just make sure you understand
Possibly
that.
the worst console of all time.
No, I think
it
it's
can
in the
run this
running.
game better
It's in
than
the
a
running,
brand
man.
new console. So, what is you guys' opinion on this?
I want to make it clear that this is not me making fun of, Breath of the Wild, because, I do enjoy, Zelda. Being a gamer,
Zelda's a classic.
It is.
Yes,
It's a classic,
yes.
And
Everybody appreciates this.
but that's a Nintendo. That's Nintendo playing on your fucking nostalgia heartstrings.
Yeah.
That Ocarina of Time, or Link to the Past.
Not to mention the game was supposed to come out like 2 years
Nintendo's
ago.
bread and butter.
Yeah,
They're
but-
IPs.
yeah.
I'm not gonna make fun of Breath of the Wild. This is mostly me making fun of the Switch because the Switch is just fucking laughable. But Breath of the Wild, to go ahead and call it a Skyrim clone, honestly, Bethesda better fucking sue somebody, because I'd be pissed if someone said that Zelda was a Skyrim clone. It's not. It's nothing like it at all. We watched a stream where a motherfucker was running up a mountain like Skyrim.
Yeah.
But there was nothing
there.
Nothing there for at least 5-10 minutes. You would have trees scattered every so often. There wasn't flora going on at all. Nothing. No plants. Nothing. There were no fucking volumetric god rays.
Yeah.
No nothing.
No fucking dragons surprising you.
Just
anyway.
cell shading. Maybe
Surprise!
you see one little fucking fox, skitter across the screen every so often. And it's empty. It's an empty.
And you can
fucking
even
world.
sneak up on enemies. Like in Skyrim,
Yeah.
you can see them from a ways off
Yeah.
and pick them off. In Zelda, they literally just have these things pop out of the
Yeah.
ground. Not even in a cool way, like the ground doesn't open up. It's just like this weird little animated poof, and
And
all
they
of a sudden
flip.
there's
They
this
flip.
weird looking goat thing that just decides to try to stab you. I don't even know.
I mean, in the
And that-
game's defense, real quick, I just want to say, in the game's defense, we didn't see anything in a town or anything like that. So maybe the towns are populated and cool. I don't know.
But how long did we wait to see that? We watched the guy play for an hour and not see not one fucking town.
Yeah, and I mean, and in the outskirts, it's barren, dude. It's just bland.
And the fucked thing about the boss fight that we did watch, that was actually a regular enemy in the wild. That's what fucking blew my mind. I was like, dude, this dude struggled for an hour trying to fight this boss, and then it's just a regular nigga in the wild.
He
Just
struggled.
Yeah. He just was a little bit more upgraded when he went into the
Which,
dungeon.
hey, to the game's credit, it's challenging.
They do
gotta
it
give it
well
that.
in the Zelda style
Yeah.
of how you fight an enemy. You have to realize what their patterns are. You have to use your gamer.
It's classic Nintendo.
Yeah,
Let's call it what it
exactly.
is.
You have to use your gamer intellect, quote unquote, to guess what it's gonna start doing. You're like, what the hell is it doing now? It's starting to glow and there's shit spinning around it. Oh Jesus! So you go hide behind a pillar and somehow that saves you. So it has the.
It won't even
the
fucking
Zelda
save you.
dungeon.
The dude's laser went through
What a
the fucking
fucking
pillar.
Again, but
Yeah,
that
that was-
adds to the
Fuck
style
hit
that they
detection.
have.
Nintendo just said fuck hit detection. Fuck it, because it's 2017 and every other game has it. Fuck hit detection. Fuck that.
But
we
it
don't
has
need
the
it.
same Zelda dungeon
It does.
battle-esque feel to it. So when you find the stuff, when you're not walking over MS Paint designed areas, when you're not walking through that,
my
you find
Damn.
Zelda.
Yeah.
You find Zelda again, and
That's
that's where
fucking
people are
brutal.
giving it the 10 out of 10. Because, like I said, when you're not just trying to find where the hell you are or why you're still using this freaking paraglide to get across another, thing that Bob Ross used to make a picture, then you find fun stuff going on. So, in its defense, it's a Zelda game. It
Well, yeah.
has what it needs. But the fact that they're bragging about how giant the world is, you just stretched everything out. You just you rubber stamped most of this game.
So can we all agree that we're confused about how everybody's giving this fucking game a perfect score?
I'm very confused about it. What worries me about the game is the fact that I didn't see more than 3 enemies pop up at once to go ahead and
Yeah.
fight somebody.
Yeah,
So
and
you
they
have
probably would have vanished if more than 3 because the
So
game would have
you
crashed.
have a
Yeah.
game that's cel shaded, okay? So the graphics, it's already not optimal.
Yeah,
It's
didn't they
already
do that with Dark Cloud?
yeah, and,
this console. The console has no fucking fan, so there is no processing power at all going
Yeah.
on to heat the console up. So you have low processing power. It's cel shaded. You have 3 enemies popping up at once, but yet the game still hits 15,
yeah.
20,
10.
10 frames per second.
Sometimes
Zero,
fucking zero.
zero.
Sometimes fucking zero. Let's
You
let's
hit a
get that
button
clear.
and you pop somewhere else.
And they want to run Skyrim
On a 720
On a 720
P display in 2017.
in 2017.
We're going towards 4K shit, and they're like,
Yeah,
let's step back. Let's go down to 720.
Let's go to let's go to the first year of Xbox 360 and PS3.
And you know what Nintendo says to you? You're welcome.
Yeah, yeah. Here, let us keep fucking you in the ass.
You're welcome.
You're gonna keep
for
throwing
that.
your money at us and circle jerking each other to fucking Zelda.
Because it has the word Nintendo in it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we could keep talking about Zelda all fucking night.
But we
we
can
can't.
You know why? Because their other fucking titles aren't worth talking
Well,
about.
let's get
Shovel
some of these-
Knight.
All right, so
Shovel Knight. Like,
there's
come on, man.
There's 12 launch titles, at least in America. 4 of which are exclusive. So the exclusives, Breath of the Wild isn't even one of them. So we got 1-2 Switch, which is exclusive. That's $50.
50 fucking.
Now
bucks.
I watched Angry Joe play this game, and
God.
literally, like every game is basically just like either quick draw type stuff or like just one where you milk a cow.
It seems like it was
I mean, this
Nintendo
is-
once again trying to use it as a showcase for their.
Their next console that'll come
controller
out
or,
like
like, the
5.
tech-
Yep.
Like, cause there's one where you like you tilt the little Joy-Con and you gotta
You're
count how
trying
many
to break
balls
a safe.
or
You're trying to
yeah,
crack a safe.
Yeah.
And all they're trying to do is show, look at how perfect this controller is when it's not broken, by the way.
Exactly.
Because that's another well-known issue is the left Joy-Con just decides that it doesn't like its job or something. But yeah, you turn it and it has a really
console,
good
bro?
haptic feedback. Like it's great. You can like see, you can feel how many things are rolling around in your hand because of how well done that is in there.
which is impressive, but
that's it.
If
It
we're
just
paying
seems like
$50
they don't-
for a tech demo,
Shouldn't have
I
just
mean
came
that's
with
bullshit. Like that's
Wii Sports came with the Wii.
yeah.
Yeah.
Why didn't 1-2
1-2
Switch
should have
come
One,
came
two
with
Switch
the
should have
Wii.
came with the
Does,
fucking
does a
Wii.
game even
Nah.
come with the Wii? Is there any game that comes with the Wii?
You can get a
the
bundle with
Switch, I mean,
Zelda.
I'm sorry, the
you can
Switch.
get a bundle with Zelda.
But you're paying more money.
You're paying more money.
It's
No,
not,
the game that comes with it is a slot machine. You kind of pull
Oh,
it when you open the
fucking
box. And you're like,
Lord.
is it gonna work?
Oh Lord, RNG like hoping your fucking Nintendo Switch works as RNG in a fucking
real life RNG.
like
the
it's real life
first-
RNG.
the first
I pray
chest-
my fucking shit turns off.
The first chest you open in the wild is actually the Switch box. And you're like, what's in here?
Like shit, pull the analog down, hit the power button, see if it turns on. If it makes a weird fucking noise, Nintendo just fucked you in the ass out of $500. And yes, I'm saying $500 because Nintendo fans, you're not just gonna fucking buy the console itself. You're gonna buy the fucking Pro
All right, so
controller.
for clarity's sake, the console itself is $300.
It's $300. But even if you want to play 2 players or anything like that, or build another
Extra controller.
it's gonna cost you $90 to build
$90.
another controller. The motherfucking Pro
controller
controller is how the
$70.
fuck
$70.
as this cheap piece of fucking plastic more than a special edition
Oh my god.
PlayStation 4 or Xbox One
When
controller.
Xbox One controllers or PS4 controllers, when they first came out, they were $60
Yes.
to get an extra controller.
Right.
$60. This shitty ass console automatically out the
You're
gate
giving it
comes
too
out.
much. You're giving it
giving
too
it-
much credit. Yeah, by you calling it,
$70 fucking
you called it a
bro.
console. That's not a fucking console.
$90.
It's a fucking glorified
It's a
tablet.
handheld.
Yeah, it's a glorified fucking tablet
that
that
you
just
can
happens
play
to
on
have-
your TV.
Yeah, it just happens to
Okay.
have
Okay.
fucking triggers.
So
on
just
the side
looking
of it.
this up real quick. Okay, we're gonna skip down the line of the list of titles here. World of Goo, which Lex just looked up on his
The
phone,
fucking cell phone
is
It's fucking
$5.
weird. Sounds like a porn title.
You can get World of Goo. Okay, it's a little fucking title on the Switch for $3. You have Little Inferno for $5, and you have Human Resource Machine for $5. And these are all games you can get on Steam.
And I would like to say that if I'm not sure what Human Resource Machine is, but I did Human Resources for the Army. Not that fucking interesting.
No. Actually, no. That game right there is designed to train the people working at Nintendo's call center for this fucking system.
Oh shit!
Hey, look, I looked up Human Resource Machine. It looked pretty cool. I like puzzle games.
I mean,
so I like that type of
it's a neat puzzle game for $5, but
Yes.
for it to go ahead and be a launch title, which I don't even know how it's launched. I mean, the fucking packaging, like the disc alone, cartridge, and the package alone would be more than the fucking game is
More
worth.
yeah.
So it would have to be an eShop game.
Yeah.
Which,
I'm wondering if it is digital.
but I thought that Nintendo Switch didn't even have the eShop open yet.
I heard that there
So
was
how is it even launched?
from what my understanding was, it was a day one update patch. I'm not sure if it added games onto the eShop or how it was. All I know is, I mean, if the eShop is open, cool.
Switch Arcade.
Yeah, but people are claiming that there's 100 titles coming to this thing and whatever. But I'm like, if it's only gonna be fucking games that I can play on my cell phone.
Okay, so are some of them gonna be World of Goo through World of Goo 3
Yeah.
or something?
Yeah,
Is that gonna be a few of them? What's Snipper Clips? Like I said, I thought
Snipper
that was
Clips
I thought it was gonna be a salon simulation.
Snipper Clips is supposed to, I believe, don't get me wrong, I believe it's like a 2-player co-op puzzle game.
And this is another exclusive.
It's an exclusive for $20.
Okay.
It's supposed to be kind of like a party game, if by party you mean you and, probably your friend. Just one other person.
Okay, so we got Snipper Clips.
Wait, what's Little Inferno?
Little Inferno is a game for Steam.
That's one of those little $5.
That's a $5 game. That
Which
is
is,
out.
hey, you know what? You gotta have diversity in your launch
You do.
lineup. I get that.
You know what?
I get it, but for them to hype for all these Nintendo fans out there, like nothing wrong with being a Nintendo fan because I grew up off of Nintendo. I love the nostalgia, but for you to launch, no console launch has ever been like the most ideal, but at least they'll try to give you games that are new and you want to fucking play.
Okay, so technically, we won't even call World of Goo, Little Inferno, Human Resource Machine. We won't even call those like games. Okay.
Yeah.
Now for games, if you want to like,
Those are apps.
Yeah,
Pretty much
They're
apps.
apps. They're applications.
if you want
Call
to think
what
about
is.
it, the Switch really only came out with 8 or 9 titles.
We all know what it
Like
actually
legit
came out.
titles.
That
Yeah.
legit actual titles.
It came out with
That-
Zelda.
Yeah,
You can't count
it's
1, 2
Zelda,
switches. With legit, even though it's $50, that ain't the legit shit, dude. For the most, like at the most, you get like an hour of gameplay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
And you're done.
Nintendo Switch
fucking done.
quite literally released with 1/3 of the titles that PS4 and Xbox One came out, and you can't even say that it's about the exclusives or it's about third-party titles. You can't make up excuses because 80% of the fucking games that are on the Switch are pretty much, for other consoles.
That's true.
So real quick,
That's
we,
fucking
Shovel
true.
we touched on 1-2 Switch. We touched on Snipper Clips. What about Fast RMX? I don't know anything.
I
about
was
that.
a huge F-Zero fan. Being younger, I was a huge
Yeah.
F-Zero fan. It was
I had that
the
bitch for the
speed. You're
Dreamcast.
going hundreds of miles an hour. You're zooming around. Turns. You're knocking people off. You're going. It's adrenaline rush.
It's an awesome game. Yeah.
Fast RMX is an F-Zero knockoff. All it is to go ahead and get people, excited for, I guess, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Mario Kart 8, may I remind you, which is a game that already came out for the fucking Wii U.
It's a fucking another remaster, which I'm fucking sick and tired of this. I'm glad you fucking brought this up because I was just as pissed when PS4 was trying to make Uncharted the remaster like a big fucking deal. I was mad when the Master Chief Collection came out because we want new content, we want new everything, but yet the new age of gaming when it comes to consoles, it's let's just take the same shit that we sold them before, resell it to them,
Package it, add a few little shits here and there, but
and that's it.
for the
Like,
most part,
yeah,
Make
same
it
game.
prettier, up the
And-
pixel count,
and we'll
blah,
get
blah, blah.
and we'll get you the DLC we shouldn't have fucking charged you for in the first place.
But you can't blame it because you gotta remember, gaming is now a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Yeah.
It's out of control, and when you have that much money, your investors only want to do what they consider safe bets.
Right.
And whenever you see anything like the Insane trilogy coming out for Crash Bandicoot, you're
Oh,
just showing me
God,
like,
Which it's not
oh,
PlayStation
It's not
exclusive,
even
by the
PlayStation
way.
exclusive.
Absolutely.
which I'm
Yes,
happy about.
So am
Yeah,
I.
I'm happy.
You know what? I don't care that it was going to be exclusive or not. But I'm saying,
But
the
fanboys
amount-
do. Let's
Oh,
Oh,
Sony
fanboys.
Sony
Yeah,
fanboys.
they're
They're
pissed.
pissed. They're fucking pissed. They're
themselves,
pissed about the
dude.
Final Fantasy VII shit. Like,
That's all I'm getting at. I'm getting at whenever you hear about a remastered or whenever they dredge something up from the past, it strikes a chord on the internet. Because right now, the age of most gamers are our age. People that have some expendable income, that are interested
Yeah.
in continuing to game. They have all the systems. So when it strikes that nostalgia chord, the word we've been just like dumping out because it's apt. The word, it gets a lot of hype. And they notice that. These production companies, the developers, they notice it and they're like, we can make a quick dime without having to add new IP,
Right.
but we can still keep our employees working. We can have them, updating the graphics, updating the software, and we can put this thing out there and people are going to buy it. Even if you don't have it stretch out for a long period of time, you're still going to have a lot of people purchasing it right out of the gate because they're like, holy fucking shit. Crash Bandicoot,
Yeah.
1, 2, and Wolf
Yeah, let me get
on
that
my
shit.
Xbox One,
Yeah, let me
my
get that
PS4,
shit.
give me that.
And let's make no
They're gonna
mistake,
do
like,
it.
it's not like they're not doing anything on these. Like they're touching shit up, they're fixing stuff up. But the thing is, we want new games.
Yeah, we want new
we want
games.
new IPs.
It's
we don't
been
want to play
fucking
the
dry.
same shit that we played over and over again.
It's
The
been
last-
fucking dry.
the last-
Let's be call it what it is. It's been fucking. The industry has been dry when it comes to new content and new IPs, and it's because all companies are scared to take risks because of the
of
loss.
that money.
The last
Because what I was
last new IP Nintendo made was Splatoon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and that came out in, I believe, middle of 2015.
And they're going to milk that.
They're gonna
hell
milk
out of
the
it.
Well,
fuck
I'm
out
actually,
of
I was
it,
about to
bro.
say that I'm surprised that they have not. You have Splatoon 2 coming out later on this year, which honestly they should have fucking had Mario. They should have released the Nintendo Switch with Mario Galaxy, the new Mario Galaxy game with the new Splatoon 2.
The Odyssey. Is this the let's make this clear. Is this the first Mario to I mean not Mario, but the first Nintendo to ever launch without a Mario game?
Yeah, I believe it is.
Because
believe
isn't that
it
weird
is.
to you?
I can't
Like, is it?
confirm that.
I can't confirm it, but I'm pretty sure it might be. Even if it was a remake of because remember Wii U end up having like the
Wii U, they always do the same thing.
Yeah.
They always have like a Mario Kart game that is out for say Wii. And then whenever Wii U released, they
It's the
had
same
the
game.
Mario Kart game also released on Wii U.
yeah, but it's the same game, but at least it's a Mario game that they're because that's their main major IP.
Now, if I'm wrong on that, I do want to be corrected.
Yeah.
I don't want some fucking Nintendo fanboy to try to shove his little fucking Asian cock down my throat.
God damn.
And try
Wrong,
to-
and here's why.
and try to make me choke on it and be like, you're
Actually.
wrong and this is what it is and you're wrong because of that and, fuck you.
They're gonna be like, "Fuck you
That's
guys."
exactly 37 hours.
Odds are,
Time it out.
if you listen to this, you're a Nintendo fan who doesn't want to hear the fucking truth.
truth,
So
yeah.
you're not even gonna listen to something like this if you're a true Nintendo
But-
fan who's like so wrapped up around the fucking Switch.
It's gonna come time where they're gonna have to realize that okay, this company isn't really going anywhere when it comes to the console world. They just don't want to give up their IPs because they think they're losing out on something. Let's call it what it is. Even the fabrication of the sales, all these goddamn reviewers, IGN, all these other fucking
They got
publish
on
like
Critics.
these news sites are saying, oh yeah, they're breaking records. They're not breaking records. Let's clear that
They're
up.
breaking Nintendo
They're breaking
records.
Nintendo records, and they're doing it by not mass producing the fucking console. Like, let's call it what it is. These companies do it to
it's
people
a
all the
false
time.
supply and demand.
It's a false supply and demand,
Which
and
they got in trouble for years ago.
yes. And they continue to do it because they know that Nintendo fans are going to keep falling for it every single time.
Real quick, the thing that was released not too long ago before I keep wanting to say bitch.
Yeah, the Nintendo the Nintendo bitch. Might as well.
The
Fuck it.
Nintendo bitch. Before they released the Nintendo son of a bitch, what was the last thing they released?
The NES Classic.
Yeah, and what the hell is that? That is literally a compilation of all the old shit. The stuff we were just...
the-
30,
the sa-
30 pre-selected games you can't add to.
The same shit that you can buy on the eShop, by the way.
And what did
Same
Sega?
thing
What
that you
did,
can emulate for free
and what did
on
Sega
PC.
do?
On PC,
What
yeah.
did Sega do? Sega fucking shit on them.
Yeah.
Sega shit on them with their own little Sega handheld, which, may I remind you, you can add fucking games too.
Thank you.
There you go.
And the thing is, they did the exact same thing you're talking about. They created a false supply and demand, and they throttled the
Right.
shit out of that.
Oh,
You could-
fucking scalpers were taking so.
yeah. I mean, it was
Nint-
sold out instantly. It was like there was barely any.
Nintendo was
That's all.
amazing for scalpers. Like, god damn, bro. Like, yeah, oh yeah, you can't get this. Let me sell you this fucking shit console for $600 now because they're not available.
You want
It's-
to
They know ahead of time.
Nintendo? You called Nintendo a family-oriented company. Yeah, not when it comes to your wallet. There's no reason you should own every single fucking generation. The eShop is linked to your account, okay? And you go ahead and once you purchase a game for say the Wii U, say you get fucking, I don't know, Mario Tennis if they have it from fucking Nintendo 64 on there. I'm not sure if they do or don't, but as an example, say you
Yeah,
get Mario Tennis on the Nintendo from the Nintendo 64 on the Wii U, you would have to repurchase that game from the eShop again on your Switch.
On your same
That's
account.
fucking-
On the
You
same
log in
account.
and you still have to do
That's
that.
fucking ridiculous.
Nintendo was talking about doing a games with gold type thing, like PlayStation Plus, games with gold, where every month there'd be a game you could play for free. Once that month is up, you could no longer play that game. you would have to purchase it to pick up where you left off.
Which to compare that to games with gold on Xbox or like the PlayStation 4 version,
you get to keep
those games until you
cancel.
cancel.
Except for PlayStation Plus. If you cancel your subscription, you don't get the game.
You don't have the game, right?
But with Xbox, you get to
them.
go ahead and keep it regardless of having
once you bought that game.
Once
silver
it's
or gold.
Yeah, once installed, it's yours.
Or once you download
it's forever linked to your account.
Nintendo is so afraid of like giving up their precious original
IPs.
Yeah, and it's so
stupid. They will take that to their grave.
Yeah. They will. I can't wait for them to go. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. I can't wait for them to go bankrupt.
Oh hell yeah!
Because I can't wait to see
fucking Mario on every other console.
Metroid in fucking 1080.
Oh man, Metroid
what
fucking
part
Prime.
of they're taking it to their grave? Did you understand? They're not giving.
They're not giving them the IP.
It's gonna be buried with them.
It's starting already. Nintendo fans aren't realizing it because
they give away the fucking IP.
No, because now they have Mario. They're gonna have Mario Run on fucking. It's already out on Apple, and it's coming out on Android in like the next couple of days, I think.
Yeah, they have Pokemon Go, which is not.
But it's an actual Mario game.
It's a
Nintendo licensed game, just like Fire Emblem is an actual Nintendo licensed game.
And then you have Pokemon Duel.
Pokemon Duel is not Nintendo.
Yeah,
it's Pokemon Company. Let's clear that up before we get fucking attacked.
Yeah, but I mean, when I actually see like an actual legit classic.
I hope we get fucking attacked. To be honest,
I hope we do because I'm not above telling a 10-year-old to go fuck himself.
Yeah.
I'm just saying when I see an actual classic game like that, like Super Mario Brothers 3 or something come out like legit on the, then I'll be worried or something, or like a new game that comes out on the Switch and like they have a version of it on the phone or something. If I see something like that, then I'll be worried for Nintendo. But I don't see it as coming to that. I don't think they're gonna give up their IPs.
But they're fucking themselves over by doing that because like I can get Super Mario Brothers 3 on my phone through an emulator or on a PC through an emulator. Like they're losing more money by not releasing their IPs to other platforms. You can make the
argument that I would just download it for free anyway.
Right.
I wouldn't even do it whether they came out with for it or not.
Yeah, but if they release it to other platforms, Nintendo fanboys wouldn't have a need to fucking go out and spend $300 on a fucking Nintendo bitch.
Nintendo is so fucked up that I believe that there was a time there where streamers or even people with YouTube channels were having videos on their channel of Nintendo games.
No,
Nintendo. And Nintendo took it down.
It happened on Xbox.
It's still happening.
Yeah, it happened on Xbox Live when people were they had the emulator for Mario 64, and Microsoft didn't give a fuck, but then Nintendo was like, nah, they can't play that shit on your console, and then they took it away because it was supposed to be an emulator for the Xbox One. If y'all don't remember this was a thing at one point in time, and nothing ever came about it because of Nintendo.
Well, I remember some like a team was remaking like Ocarina of Time, or they're doing something like making it badass, making it really badass, pretty much giving Nintendo
free publicity. They were trying to use Unreal.
Oh, Unreal Engine. Yeah, I saw that.
And Nintendo shut it down.
Yeah.
You have these fans paying homage to what they feel is like one of the greatest gaming companies of all time. Yeah. And you want to go ahead and shit on your fans. Yeah, you want to shit. They don't give a fuck. You want to shit on where you make your money. Dude, you forget where you fucking came from. Oh, I'm sorry, you're a toy company. Yeah. Go make me a fucking Pikachu doll and fuck off.
Yeah, exactly.
If you put videos of you playing,
it's called the Moby now.
Yeah,
if
Moby.
you put videos of you playing
Amiibo
legit,
or Moby, whatever the fuck it's
called.
Amiibo, yeah.
An emoji. It's called an emoji.
I just fucking smashed it together. Same difference. Fuck it.
But yeah, if you put legit videos of you playing, like. Let's say I buy a Switch and I want to like stream myself playing it or put a YouTube video up playing it. Like they'll take that down unless you're partnered with them. You have like they're you're whitelisted or whatever. They'll take your shit down. I'll bring it up again. The Switch video or 1-2 Switch with Angry Joe. He had to upload that video like 10 times.
I'm not gonna lie.
Alter shit because they kept.
That's crazy.
It was ridiculous.
I am gonna point this out: the fact that saying something's whitelisted is okay and something's blacklisted is bad.
Yeah.
That is.
And here
it comes.
That is
subconscious programming.
I'm sorry, but that right there, that's that I don't have to say anything. That just says it itself. America.
You guys are talking about gaming. Why are you bringing racing?
Yeah, why are you bringing racing?
How dare you?
You must have not seen Get Out.
I'm bringing
Next thing you know, he's gonna have a girl on the podcast.
While I'm bringing racing into it.
I was thinking about bringing one in.
Oh, are you crazy? Are you crazy?
Well, goddamn, it would be too many motherfuckers fapping to this fucking podcast.
Well, just the voice.
Well,
she doesn't talk. She doesn't talk again until 10:26. I gotta wait.
Well, since I'm bringing racing to it, you'd think by now that Asians would know how to make a fucking console.
No.
God.
Damn.
Hey, they do
They
because
do. It's a Sony PlayStation.
Yeah,
is
there's
killing
the
it right
PlayStation.
There's
now.
a reason why they hire 6-year-olds so they can get their little tiny fucking hands in there.
Oh no.
And they can't even fucking make a call. Dude, the dude fucking opened up the Nintendo Switch. All it is a hollow case with the
with a
fucking
little piece,
circuit board in there.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
That's all
he's
it
right,
is.
though. He's actually he's not saying anything that's untrue, and it's fucked up, but it's
fucking
And then
Raspberry
there's
Pi
just like a
in there?
rechargeable
That's what
AA
it reminded
battery
me
in
of.
it.
My brother showed me a Raspberry Pi. You know, and it seriously reminded me of the fucking Raspberry Pi.
I was making a joke.
And you're making a joke, and that's what I fucking thought of when I saw it. I was like, that looks like the fucking Raspberry Pi my brother
Probably
showed me.
is. That'd be funny.
Oh yeah, it would be fucking hilarious.
Save some money.
You
Buy a
know,
pie.
You paid $300 for a fucking hollow piece of plastic dock with a circuit
Which
board. in
doesn't
it.
do much with scratch shit.
You know what my brother's doing right now? This will probably get his ass fucking in trouble by Nintendo, but I'm gonna say it
shaft.
anyways.
Fuck it.
He's finding out a way right now. He's missing like a few components to go ahead and get it to where he can play his Switch through the TV without the fucking dock.
Which is
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
couldn't
shocking.
be
It's
that hard.
probably
He's
a
Yeah.
rigging it up.
switch.
Once he gets
That's
home,
probably where they got the name. They're like, they don't realize there actually is just a button in there
Yeah.
that just sends it
he's
to
like
the
right
TV.
now like hardcore trying to figure out how he's going to go ahead and do this whenever he gets home because his Switch he's out of town right
the
now.
Switch does have a USB port.
It does,
So there's got to be some type of device or
Which
some type
that's
of
how you
cord.
can charge it.
Yeah.
You can charge it like that.
I don't even understand why they put a dock on there. That literally that's the Nintendo.
Well, I didn't know
gimmick. We
agents
figured it
were,
out.
The thing
I
is-
didn't know agents were huge into docking.
The thing is,
Oh, shit.
Jesus.
the thing is,
Christ.
it's got a dock.
Shit.
It's got a dock. Did they test this shit? Did they
No.
test to see if it would scratch the shit up?
No.
Did they test like?
Kenny's
you know,
German, by the way. I just want to say that he's
Yeah,
German.
just so let
What does that
everyone-
like? Does that like add to the fucking
It
evil
does.
behind my
Yeah.
words or something?
But you don't realize his arm is actually stuck in an
Yeah.
up and out position.
Yeah,
He's
it's like,
stuck
fuck
from
it.
birth.
Heil!
I've been
Just
waving.
stuck.
I've been waving.
And this
There's
is
a difference.
and this is why we're called the mixed company comedy fucking podcast because nobody gives a fuck about race.
And that's verbatim. His stuttering, that's actually part of the name.
Yeah, it's part of the fucking
Mixed
name.
In
fucking-
the name,
Mix.
there's like three
Mix.
ellipses, 2 ums, and a
We remixed our name.
We've been fucking drinking. I've been drinking a fucking bitch drink. It's like according to the
You
rest
had
of the
2 of
fucking
those.
yeah
I'm about
exactly.
to
Yeah,
rate
no,
the
no, no, that's
fridge.
my point.
Yeah,
Okay,
this-
like just before we end this, like I just want to point this out that like there's no fucking such thing as a bitch drink as it goes off the alcohol level. Okay, god damn it.
Nah, man. If it has taste,
Yeah, if
it
it's
stimulates
tasty,
your
yeah,
taste buds, you're a bitch.
Okay, how about this? The Nintendo Switch is so fucking bad.
Get off it.
I'm sorry. The Nintendo Switch is so fucking bad, it doesn't even want to play the fucking games that are on it.
Yeah, that's true.
It doesn't even want to fucking recognize the games that are made for the fucking
It fucking
console.
self-destructs automatically when you put the game in. It was like fucking Zelda.
The
Fuck.
The Nintendo Switch is performing Harakiri on its fucking self.
Kenny's acting like the Switch tried to slide into his wife's DS.
Yeah, god damn.
No, but it's trying to slide into my fucking wallet.
He said, fuck them, fuck the people that make it, fuck the race that makes it, fuck Buddha, fuck.
No, but seriously, fuck the Switch. Like,
He's over here hating on it
All
so
right,
hard.
is there anything else anybody wants to say?
I don't know.
This to me, this was
you know what?
our first podcast. Everybody's and like, share, subscribe to us. This is the Mixed Comedy.
Clean your ears
Oh
out
no,
with
you know
some
what you
Scotch
say.
Brite
You say because I
pads.
keep fucking it up. Go
It
ahead.
is mixed company comedy, and if you're gonna purchase any game for the Switch, just get fucking Shovel Knight and call it a day.
Yeah.
Then,
Just get Shovel Knight.
And on that note, just buy it on a different console.
Exactly. You literally have hundreds of options. I wish y'all would have told me the name of the podcast. I could have in with the intro and the shit.
The host
That's
is
all right.
unaware of the name of
yeah.
the podcast.
All right, so
But that just gives you a really good indication of what you're going to be getting yourself into if you do want to continue listening to us. Which, once again, what's the name again?
Mixed company comedy.
well, no. Mixed the company
Yeah.
No, but
You're
hey,
going to have to learn how to spell all of that because it's going to be all need to be typed in.
Yes.
but
every last
we
letter.
plan on making this better, bigger, badder, all that shit.
It's gonna be
so-
some
Maybe an
sketches.
intro.
It's gonna be some
Yeah.
sketch comedy coming your way pretty soon. But these fucking videos are expensive for sketch comedy.
Yeah.
So like, comment, and subscribe.
Yes. So with all that being said, we have been the Mixed Company Podcast. This is Dell.
This is Ken. Lex.
And Lex.
And somewhere over on the left is Mitch.
There you go. We are signing out.
That was a
That's
pun,
not
by
my-
the way. Yeah,
that's
that was a
not my
pun, by the way.
political-
That
that's
was a
not
pun,
my-
by the way.
I missed it.
That was a pun, but I got it immediately. I looked at the mic and was like, oh, I'm about to say some shit about this. And then I was like, nobody else got it in the room.
Anyway, we out of here.